Good morning, my darklings. How are you today? I hope you are all well. Today, we are going to do something fun and amazing, and that is do a VR to Star over at the Wild Witch. Her link will be in the description. Make sure you check her out because her information in this month's community collab with Rochelle over at Amethyst Ascension is all about the elements and how you work with them as a witch. And her information has been completely amazing and deep and well thoughtful. And I wanted to kind of get in on this. And right now I have time in between all the other stuff I have to do. So I figured, why not, right? But in this video, I will be lumping in two elements. I will be doing earth and air. So stick around with me. I hope you stay till later in the end and hear out my thoughts. And I hope you go over and support Star. She is amazing and we all love her in this community. So I do have all of Star's prompts written down in my tome of whispers here. And we are going to get right into it. Forgive my appearance, guys. I just woke up and honestly, I have to work later. And I was like, you know what? I ain't doing makeup. I ain't getting dressed. I mean, my people love me anyway on YouTube, right? Okay, so how do you perceive the qualities of Earth's elemental energy? And for me, our entire realm has the qualities of the earth element. Like everything I see in this reality is Earth's energy. And we're going to get a little deeper into that with the coming prompts. Number 2, in what way do you connect with earth energy in your daily life? So from the moment I wake up with my coffee, to me that is connecting with the earth. Things that come to us from earth. It is of the earth and therefore we create, right? And the earth provides so much lusciousness, beginning with coffee. Okay, that's important. But I also really agree with Star. When I take my dog out for a walk, that is when I am really feeling it and really connecting by looking at nature, listening. There are times, especially at night, when the stars are out, I like to just close my eyes and listen to everything around me. It is so like serene. It really brings me into my zen where I'm able to ground in this reality and absorb like Earth's energy. I love trees too. I talk to them. I hug them. Judge me if you will, but also screw you if you disagree. Everything is connected to Earth for me, like even mundane objects in my house. So even inside, I am connected to Earth. Glass made from sand, right? Most houses are built of wood. And what ancient stories would the trees where the wood came from have to tell? What energies would it carry? A lot of our furniture is made of wood. Almost everything you can think of, because it is created on earth by the earth and by tools, materials, other things. A lot of it's mined for. It's of the earth. I also look at the earth as like the material realm where we can manifest and create things. And everything created was once just a thought and pulled from the astral and created into material in this realm. So it is all earth energy. I also connect to earth through things like meditation, visualization. If I'm in a lot of pain or I go to meditate at night before I want to go on an astral journey or something like that, I envision roots coming up. Either they're around the bed or coming up from the floor and through my bed, and they cocoon me. Now, if I'm in pain, I envision a white light that goes through them and heals me. And if it's just for like astral travel or dream work or whatever, I envision that light as grounding me for it and preparing me and protecting me and helping me in whatever my intention is. So the beauty around us, everything around us that is co-creation, we are conduits for Earth's breath and heartbeat. So yeah, I feel like everything's Earth, kind of, in a way. I hope that made sense. Number 3, how does the Earth element influence your personal growth and stability? So it reminds me to embrace and ground in my reality, to be aware. Just as you can't rush the seasons or the cycles of like day and night, you cannot rush growth. So sometimes it reminds me to take a step back and just embrace and be aware of the moment, because those moments are what builds for the growth or success that you want. It really is the now that's so important to build on that, because I am one that if I allow it, I will be thinking of the future a lot. Hi, anxiety. So embrace your natural evolution and let yourself be guided by the natural order of things. Number 4, in what ways do you think, or in what ways do you work with Earth in your unique spiritual journey? Life, witchery, and death. Tools created of the earth, herbs, crystals, wands, each element. And then you also have things like astrology or numerology, which, yeah, it's of the earth. If it's observable from earth, it's of the earth because we look up to it from earth in order to use its energies or work with its energies from earth. So there's a connection there, and everything on earth can be measured with numbers. So numerology definitely does strike me as a earthbound practice, because I really do not believe in the spirit realm we're doing these things. It is a thing of the earth. When I want to end something magically, a lot of times I will bury it or burn it. And when I go visit a loved one, they are in the ground, right? From the earth they came, and to the earth they'll return, however you want to look at that. But I feel like a lot of death work too has an earth energy. Um, Not to say that other elements can't tie into that, but I definitely believe or look at as death like a earth energy. When I went to go visit my gram not long ago in New York, I felt connected to her. I think a lot of people do when they go visit graves, and knowing that she was right there in the earth underneath me, she's still there in a way, or her essence is, I think it's comforting. I agree with Star about the drumming as well. Oh my gosh. You guys, I wish I had a drum so badly. This is something that I'm very passionate about as well. I loved hearing Star talk about it. But it is primal. And I love how she said that it was the heartbeat of the earth. Oh my gosh. Mwah. Beautifully said, girl. So I've been practicing traveling with drums in my spare time for a little while now. And oh my gosh, the connection with it. I was surprised at how quick and successful that it was, this practice. I can induce a trance while listening to drums and travel wherever I visualize I want to go. So, like, if I was like, I want to see the pyramids, it's like I'm flying over them and I see them. And it definitely has something to do with that drum. And it is like a heartbeat through you, it carries you into primal places and hidden places. And I love drums, guys. I really need to get one because I have to listen to them on my phone when I do this. So imagine if I had some. I need them for my rituals anyway, so I really need to get a drum. So I also use hands. I mean, I've used wands too, but usually I'll use hands for energy work, directing it, like where I will it to go from the earth or wherever. I feel like that's a very earthy practice as well. If I do my ancestry and I'm doing it to see about the occult things of my bloodline, I feel like that is a very earthly witchy practice because they are of the earth, my ancestors, right? The next one, what lessons have I learned from the earthly element? I wrote to appreciate everything because I had to sit and really think about some of these, and I wrote down my answers. I didn't want to forget. So I'm going to read it to you guys. I wrote that it was to appreciate everything, the beauty, the pain, the strength, and cycles of life. Like a tree, it grows, it withstands storms, humans, heat, animals, yet still remains connected in the ground and reaches for the sky. It doesn't look at itself as a single tree, but understands it is connected to all under the earth. So, unity with my kind and all kinds, and always appreciate the dualities of my life experience, no matter the pain, because the beauty and the connection is the ultimate lesson. Hmm. I am so deep sometimes, I swear it. Next, we are going to do the air prompts. Number one, in what ways do you feel the presence of the air elemental energy? I wrote that when I breathe, I am aware of my breath a lot, but also outside when I feel wind. I feel messages from spirit. When I think, I am always thinking, overthinking, then rethinking my overthinking. Facts. I feel air's presence definitely in my head and being neurodivergent, and I'd say air shows up in all of that. I definitely think so. There's a reason why in systems are like tarot that, you know, air represents like thinking, communications, and other things. Because you know how they say our thoughts create things? It almost reminds me of like the connection of the astral with earth because I feel like they're overlapping right there. All is right here, you know? And I feel like our thoughts, that type of manifesting, whatever you want to call it, or that our messages from thought can actually go unintentionally elsewhere. So I feel like we are being fed thoughts or messages from other places too. And to me, air is the messenger. The biggest way to put it is air is the messenger. It carries things with it. My dad on his deathbed, he told me that when I feel the wind outside, know that it's him. And I swear, when I do feel it out there, I'll close my eyes because it's like I can almost hear whispers. So, okay, Pocahontas, it's like that though, for real. Where like she shut the her eyes in the movie and she's listening and he's like, "What's the wind telling you?" And she was like, "It's telling me." I think it was actually the tree, the grandmother tree. She asked for the wind, not the guy. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you know where I'm going with this. Let's get back on topic because I'll keep rolling and rambling. So sorry. All right. Number two, in what ways do I invite the air element into my daily life? I wrote, to me, spirit is closely related to air. Ever wonder why so many daemons are associated with air? Daemon means messenger who goes between worlds. I told you. So, spirits, astral traveling, channeling, I associate with air, and I do these things daily. I do divination with birds. I listen to them because they carry omens and messages. Many times I go somewhere and see and hear a raven croaking and what seems like at me. I either say, "Hello, Odin," or if my intuition feels off, I won't approach and go that way. Or if I feel it's a warning, I'm cautious of my day. That is so true with me. The ravens, man, I'm telling you, I have a special connection to them. I either know when they're trying to bring me a message or an omen, or I know when it's just a deity or something I feel like the ancestor, someone there kind of saying, "Hey, I'm with you," or I know when it's like a word of warning. I just feel it intuitively through that connection. Birds are amazing for that. And when I think of birds, I think of the element air. When I think of channeling and all of these other things, I think of the element air. I know I used to always say I felt the most disconnected from air, but when you really think about it, it's one of them that we are most connected with unconsciously. All the things we do that I can associate with air is some pretty heavy practices that I really didn't think about until writing this down and really thinking about my answers, because this book's also my journal for things like this. When I want to reflect and write it down. But yeah. So the next one, how does air influence your intellect, communication, or flow of your ideas? I wrote down, ever hear the term airheaded? That's me. Though I have a high IQ, I have been told I am the smartest dumb person. It's true. It's true. My brother says it all the time. Now, as far as ideas go, I never had an issue with that. I have tons of ideas constantly, and they are always flowing in, and they're always pretty great. I mean, not all my ideas, my whole life has been amazing, but most of them are pretty freaking cool, right? But that's also why I can't seem to complete everything, because then I get more ideas on top of more ideas, and I'm like, oh, okay, screw this project. We're going to go with this. Yeah, it's really a mess. I'm a mess. I'm chaos. With how I communicate, it can be difficult because I feel like I feel like I can't always explain everything I'm trying to fully explain, or maybe people just aren't listening, right? So, um, I've also had it to where like I would be in a debate with somebody and seemingly it would be like we're saying different things, but ultimately we're trying to say the same damn thing. You would come to find out in the end, right? Yeah, air problems. Number 4, what ways do you integrate air energy into your spiritual practice? So I wrote down astral travel, channeling, breathwork, divination, vibration, and sound, singing, incantation, and spells. Number 5, have you ever felt disconnected from the element air? Yes, but that was before I was consciously aware of these things that I thought of. And now I never feel disconnected really from any element. After some thoughts, like this was years ago, I used to think this and look at the elements completely different. But now I feel like we cannot be without one or the other. One can't be lesser within us, because I feel like we're literally created by them. Like everything is created by the elements. All of creation, everything birthed into the existences of Earth. But I think we can also take it for granted. I have many times. So, number 6, wisdom gained working with the air element. That all battles are battles of the mind. All of them. Reality is in the mind, and the universe is in the mind. Hearing thoughts others cannot is not always a bad thing, and it helps me be more aware of my thoughts. I can actually think something and think about those thoughts while I'm thinking that something. I know that sounds weird, but I can do that. I can literally observe my thoughts and think about what I'm observing. I don't know what that is. If you have a word for it, please tell me, guys. So, yeah. All right, my next VR to this will be the next 2 elements, fire and water, my 2 absolute favorite. And then I will do every spread in a video after that. Thank you so much, Star. This is so much fun, and I completely love your videos. But all right, guys, I will see you soon.